Hey, it's Tony here at Smart Toyota. Hey, this is part 2 on the Prius Prime, 2022 Prius Prime. In this video, I'm going to dive inside and give you an overview of the features on this top-of-the-line Toyota Prius Prime 2022 limited edition. Let's get started. Okay, let's begin here on the driver's door. We'll check out and see what we've got here, and then we'll get inside. So the interior on the Prius Prime is going to be all black or super dark gray, depending on what you're looking at, whether it's the cloth or the hard plastic. But basically all of this is hard plastic. This does have a soft finish to it, and then black down here with a padded armrest. We have a chrome door handle, gloss black trim throughout. We saw some of that on the exterior as well. We've got auto up and down on all 4 windows, power windows locks, power door locks, power mirror controls. These are all backlit at night as well. Speaker down here in the door, bottle holders in the doors, and then puddle lights down on the bottom of these doors as well. The threshold does not have any protection, although you can get some protection here if you want to prevent scratches and that type of stuff. Power seats, driver's seat with power recliner, power lumbar support. These seats are going to be a black soft tech fabric seat with a white contrast stitching. They are very comfortable seats. I find them to be comfortable. I think for small to medium sized people, they're really nice. Height adjustable headrest and height adjustable seat belts here as well. Of course, those seats recline, and then there are side impact airbags built into the seats, so the airbags float back and forth with you, and there's also side curtain airbags. Across the front of the dash, there's 4 of these vents surrounded kind of by a gunmetal gray trim. I don't know if you can see this here, but it actually reads Prius as well. So some nice attention to detail on the Prius Prime. Down here on the dash panel, this is interesting. There's kind of a brushed aluminum piece of trim here with gloss black. So a lot of nice styling cues. We've got dimmer switch for your dash lights, parking assist on and off, traction control on and off, heads up display on and off, automatic high beams on and off. Here's our power charging for our electric, gas door release, and your hood release. Parking brake is down here instead of being in the center console. Gas and regular brake, and then a dead pedal right where you'd expect them. We have a tilt and telescoping steering wheel. It's not power. Let's go ahead and sit in the seat and check it out. Behind the wheel on the Prius Prime, this is going to be a leather wrap steering wheel. It's also heated. Driver's side airbag in the steering wheel, chrome Toyota badging as well, and then it's surrounded by this gloss black trim here. Again, they use that throughout the vehicle. Very comfortable, with thumb rest built into the steering wheel as well. On this side, we've got controls for the information center, which is going to be located up here in the gauge cluster. Take a look at that in just a moment. We also have our heated steering control on and off, lane departure on and off, dynamic radar cruise control on and off switches are there. The actual cruise control is down here, which is a bit old school for Toyota now. A lot of the newer vehicles have it up here, but there are a ton of switches controlling right here that you can control things right on the steering wheel. In addition to that, on this side of the steering wheel, you have controls for your sound system, Bluetooth connectivity, voice activation, and you can reset your trip here as well. And then on the left hand side of the steering wheel, these are your headlight controls. We do have automatic high beams, and then your fog light controls right here as well. And then over on the right hand side, these are your front washer wiper, and remember, we do not have a rear washer wiper on the Prius Prime. Don't really think it's necessary anyways. I'm not sure why they've had it on here. So Prius Prime does come with the smart keyless entry system, so I'm just going to go ahead and start this up so you can see what it looks like when it starts. So a bit of an animation there, and we've got to continue. And then we also have our gauge cluster up here on the upper dash, which is where our speedometer is. You can see there's also a fuel calculator. This is where you can move through some of your settings in the dashboard, and you're going to use that fingertip controls right here to do that. And then everything else is right up in here. So your speedometer, your gas gauge, your information center, and then you've got some lighting indicators over here in terms of your fog lights are on, if you have passengers, blind spot monitoring, and there's a digital clock. So there's a lot of great information in there as well. And then this one does have the heads-up display. The Prius Prime does. It's up in the windshield. I don't think you can see it in the video, but trust me, it's there. And then the center stack on the Prius Prime is unique for the Prius Prime. So it's going to be a vertical center stack, and this is an 11.6-inch touchscreen with dynamic navigation on here. You also have automatic climate control, temperature controls, front window and rear window defrost is here, which also heats up the outside mirrors. So you have automatic temperature control you have defroster and ice removal there as well. I'm just going to go ahead and turn all of this off. So a really nice big screen with the vertical layout. We've got a kind of a gloss black trim here as well. Let me just go ahead and turn this off altogether. You can see you can adjust where the airflow goes as well. So a lot of great information in there. Stop by the dealership. I'm sure the sales folks would be happy to go over that with you. Prius Prime does come standard with the JBL audio system. So this is going to be the 10 speaker with the subwoofer sound system. A really, really nice system. Again, stop by the dealership and give it a listen. Let me go ahead and turn on some lights so we can see down here. So parking brake is here. Here's our shifter. Drive mode, EV mode, and EV auto modes are right there to turn those things on and off. And then way down here, this is our wireless charging. So if you have a smartphone with the wireless charging capabilities, you just drop it down there, make sure it's turned on, of course, and that'll charge up your wireless phone. There's also some USB ports as well that you can charge. Heated seats up front, so you've got 2 temperature, front driver, front passenger, heated seats. Dual cup holders down in the center. Here's your smart keyless remote fob, and this is all a gloss black trim in the center. I did want to show you the dashboard on this side. So really interesting, they've got this brushed aluminum trim that flows all the way over here, and there's a contour on the dash, but it's not going to hold anything. It's just an interesting style and design. I wish it was rubber and had a stop, so you had a place that if you wanted to set odds and ends, you could do that. Let's take a look at the center armrest. So it's big enough for 2 elbows if they're skinny arms like mine. Pops open like this. It does not open from that side, only on this side. And then there's an odds and ends tray right here, and it's a pretty nice storage compartment, but it's interesting, there's no USB plugs in the armrest like we see on so many other Toyotas. Over on the passenger side, there's a passenger assist grip up here. We've got lighted vanity mirrors on both sides, visor extensions on both sides, side curtain airbags up here, and then our overhead lighting, LED overhead lighting here. There's also Safety Connect. Also, you can turn on and off all the interior lights with this switch. Sunglass holder here, and then our rear view mirror does have home link, so you can set up 3 different devices, or you can have it turned off, and then it's an automatic dimming mirror Behind this panel there are all the sensors for the dynamic radar cruise control, pedestrian detection, road sign detection. A lot of great safety features on the Prius Prime. So that's a quick look up front. Let's go ahead and jump in the back seat and check it out. So jumping into the back seat, just wanted to cover the door real quick. There's a speaker down here. As I mentioned, the JBL audio speaker has 10 speakers. There's also a bottle holder and the same style door handle that you saw up front. One of the things I wanted to point out on the Prius Prime and the Prius are these vents right here. These vents are actually allow air to flow down to the battery to help cool the battery. The battery on this is oversized, so you'll see that in the trunk when we get there, but these headrests can be removed. The seats also fold down like so I've got both seats folded down. There's child safety tethers on the backs of these seats as well. Pop that up there. Pockets on the backs of both seats. The legroom in here is tremendous. So I've got that front seat almost all the way back, and take a look at how much legroom there is. There's your pockets. The back seat passengers do have USB ports right here. So there were none in the armrest, but they do have them back in the back seat. Here's a quick look at the driver's compartment from the back seat. Really good view out the front. One thing about Prius is there's a lot of glass, so the lighting, interior lighting, is really nice. This seat's down right now, but I can bring it up, just tug it up like so, and then there is a folding armrest, which gives you 2 more cup holders. The Prius Prime now allows for 3 passenger seating in the back seat. The early models only allowed for 2 passengers, and then there are 3 seat belts, laundry, and a passenger assist grip, LED overhead dome lights. I'm sorry, those are not LED, I can tell because they're warm. That's interesting. And then this one has a light gray headliner with no sunroof, and then the black soft tech fabric seats. I like the light gray headliner. It gives you a sense of more room inside the vehicle. Let's go ahead and jump out and check out the trunk. So Prius Prime is a hatchback design, and so if you put that hatch up and you're in a garage, you want to be careful not to hit the roof of the garage because that goes up quite a ways. It's not a power hatch. A couple interesting pieces of information. This hatch is carbon fiber, and so it's super lightweight. It's really the only vehicle that Toyota uses the carbon fiber. Well, I shouldn't say that because the GR Super does have some carbon fiber in it, but so a really nice lightweight, and then there's some assist grips right here, but again, it's not a power lift. It does come standard with the cargo cover on the Prius Prime, and that does remove. It's friction fit, so you just gotta pull it out like this, and then it comes out, and it does stow underneath the cargo area if you want to stow it somewhere. I'm just going to slide it up here, get it out of the way. Now with the Prius Prime versus the standard Prius, there is about a 2 to 3 inch lift here because there's an oversized battery underneath there. This is going to be the charging cable for plugging it in at home, and again that plugs in here on the passenger side. As far as cargo area, I think it's reasonable. It's not as nice as the older models because of the way the back of the car kind of comes down, and then with the Prime battery underneath here, you lose a little bit of cargo room. But there is some storage down underneath here in this little slot, and then there's also some additional storage and access panels that pop up over on the side here. So we've got a fix-a-flat, so the Prius Prime does not come with a full size or a temporary spare. You've got fix-a-flat, and then over on this side there's a light. We'll pop that one open, and a little bit of storage down there. There's also little hooks back here. Don't know if you can see that or not, but with the with those back seats folded down, there's quite a bit of cargo area. Notice that it's a step down right there, so it's not flat. And again, that's due to the oversized battery, so this kind of steps down in the back a little bit more. But still, as a hatchback with those fold down seats, I think there's still pretty good cargo room, but lots of great features on the Prius Prime, and I love the style and the ride. I'm a Prius owner myself, and I can't say enough about these cars. They are super high quality. So that's the exterior overview on the Prius Prime. Sure to catch the, I'm sorry, that's the interior overview. Be sure to catch the exterior overview, part 1. I'll put a link in the description. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them for you. This is Tony here at Smart Toyota. Thanks for watching.